Hey, it's Mike and Betty Ann from Rollin Into Retirement. Welcome back to the channel. If you're subscribers, thanks again for subscribing. And if you're not, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below.
Today we're at the St. Lucie Locks and the Army Corps of Engineer Campground. So we're going to take a look around and see what we can see, maybe spot a few manatees along the way.
Stay tuned. So today we went into the St. Lucie Visitor Center, and the park ranger gave us some really cool information about the locks and told us about the campground, which is an Army Corps campground, and they only have about 8 sites, I believe.
8 or 9 sites.
8 or 9 sites, and you can only stay every 14 days or so.
You can stay for 14 days every 30 days. So moving on. We look over here at the...
I think we should. So the St. Lucie Locks, according to Google, it's a man-made canal that was built in 1916. It's in Martin County, Florida, and it runs all along out to Fort Myers. It was made to divert the floodwaters from the Lake Okeechobee via the canal to the South Fork of the St. Lucie River and into the St. Lucie estuary. Pretty cool information. Well, actually, you're looking at the entrance to the canal from the St. Lucie, and we were here last year and took a boat ride. So let's take a walk up to the locks themselves.
Here we are at the St. Lucie Lock and Dam, all part of the Okeechobee Waterway. And looks like we can take a walk down, get a close-up look.
Okay, last year, when we came by cruise out of Stewart,
yes, we
came in from the direction that you see that lock opens up, and the river, it actually empties. This empties to allow the boats to come through. Then this fills up to the way you see it here, and when it's filled, this part actually opens up, and you would go right out. Right now you can actually, I don't know if you can see this, but right now we're pretty much at the level, I believe,
yes,
of water.
Yeah, it's at the same level as the river.
Yeah. I'm going to post a couple of pictures, unless we get some boats and I can show you how it works beforehand. But I have pictures from last year that we'll plug in. They allow you to go here? Oh yeah, stay behind it when it's in motion. Yeah, and you can see that right now it's at the same level. So basically the locks would open up. Now, again, when I'll plug some pictures in, but when that starts to open, what they do is they crack the gates open to allow the water to escape or to fill in. And the boats get tied up right along the walls of these locks. When we came through the locks over there, as you see. And then we went up about another half a mile up and then turned around and came back.
I remember, yeah, we waited so long because there were other boats coming in the other direction, so we had to wait.
Correct.
So when we got through, he just basically went up and then turned back
to catch the locks before it closed. I remember that now. Yes, panning over this way, we sat in that waterway on the other side of the locks of the St. Lucie River for a good half an hour, 45 minutes, waiting for the lock full of boats over here to empty and then go out into the canal. Then we came in. And right now we're on the west side of the lock here. We're actually looking out towards the Army Corps of Engineer Park. We're going to take a drive through that later. Or maybe we'll just take a walk through it. Okay, so here comes a boat now. Huh?
Oh no.
So here we actually got locked out.
Locked in the locks.
From the locks. But this will give you a little idea of, because this side's going to open up. It's starting to actually open now. You can actually see the gate start to move. Once the boat comes in, you'll see one of the workers here will hand a line off so they can tie themselves up. The lock is pretty much open now. Didn't think you're going to get locked out of the lock, did you?
I had no idea. I wasn't on the other side of that gate.
No. Here he comes.
Brave boater in this wind.
It's a windy day. He's probably heading in towards Stewart, which is a beautiful marina area, Stewart, Florida. Nice twin 350 outboards. People have been through these locks so many times, they know the drill.
Oh, so now we can see that the gate's starting to close. The other boat is tied up, and then we just have to wait for them to raise the water.
They're going to lower the water here. And we're free. why don't we take a walk to the other side? So you can actually see from here, you can actually see that gate opening up, and it's draining out enough water to be level. So this gives you a really great idea of how low the water is on the other side of the lock. When this lock opens, the Lucie River, the St. Lucie River, will go in this direction right into Stewart, which we should head to
For lunch.
You got it. They're safe at the point now. They're able to go. And it gives you a good perspective. And the lock will close. We should take advantage of this sometime. There's a St. Lucie Lock and Dam Tour, Saturdays at 1:30. Meet at the lock viewing area.
Right here. This is another trip that I think we should plan on in the near future around the Lake Okeechobee Scenic Trail. It's a trail you can walk on, you can ride around it, you can bike it. All different kinds of things on there. And then we're going to take a walk over to the Army Corps of Engineer campground. And according to the sign here, there's 2,500 of them all around the country. So if you can get in to them, it's supposed to be beautiful campground.
So now we're going to head over to the Army Corps of Engineer campground. Let's take a peek.
Let's take a peek.
Oh, it's $20 to $30 a night.
Here we have a boat launch. So I guess if you wanted to launch your kayak for the day, or people
Or just any kind of
their
boat.
boat,
Yeah.
they can go in there.
Yeah.
There's a marina right up over the hill here.
If you look behind you, they're telling you what the fee is. Put your fee in a deposit. Drop it in with an envelope. Now here's a beautiful site.
Yeah.
This beautiful site right on the St. Lucie River. And as you can see, you get electric and water, but generally they don't have sewer.
Proverbial dump station.
Yeah. I'm sure they do. Most of the Corps of Engineers do. Got a little leak going on there. I don't know if they hope they know. Or they may be just draining their water tank. Now here's an empty spot. Maybe it's for those people.
For the people with the R-Pod.
Yeah. And that's a beautiful spot.
Each spot has a picnic table.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a grill.
Here's let's take a look at this empty spot while we can. I think we could get our motorhome in there, but you have a nice view of the waterway. This is beautiful. Yeah, and I guess you could small little tent camp spots. Looks like somebody's there, right? Yeah. Tent camping site number 3. and we'll walk right out. Lots of places to launch your boat, so there's all sorts of, you can park your trailers here. And they have a small marina as well, yeah. Okay, as we head back to the visitor center, we want to thank you all for watching our little video trip to the St. Lucie locks. And we hope that you, if you like this, you'll hit the like button. And if you really like it, hit subscribe. And then you can see some new stuff in the future.
Absolutely. Follow us along on our adventures.